Hi, my name's Tiago, and this is a story of how a man got healed in Matala, Tanzania. So me and my team were in Matala, Tanzania, and this is like in the middle of the bush, like the middle of the desert, man. The next day we hit the ground running, going to do market evangelism, and we're there about 6 hours, still preaching to a group of people, and it was about a group of 60 people. And this one man gets highlighted to me who has this big walking stick, and I notice in his right leg that his toes are like angled about this direction and in relation to his foot, and I was like, that looks pretty rough. So I go up and talk to the guy, ask him what happened to his foot, and he said, I got in an accident many years ago working, and it twisted my knee, all my joints got put out of place in my toes. And I asked him, do you believe that in Jesus? And he said yes, but he's Adventist, so he never really believes that God heals people. And I told him about my beliefs and like what true Christianity, that God heals people. And I asked him, do you believe that God could heal? He's like, no, but he still would accept our prayers. So our whole team together starts praying for the man, and we pray a total of 3 times over his knee. And he didn't really feel anything in his knee. And one of my teammates, Chris Gomez, felt like the Lord was wanting him to start walking without his stick. So we get one of our translators and tell him that what Chris said, and then he starts marching around the area with Chris. And at first when he started walking, he was not very composed when he was walking. We were still stumbling a lot. But as he kept walking, like the way you could see his leg being corrected, that he was starting to get better and better at walking. By the end of the time they were walking, he could walk perfectly fine without his cane. And that was just totally wild for me. I'd never seen like a healing like that in person. I've always heard stories about it, but I've never actually seen it. Another thing I noticed about the man as I was praying for him, he had this really bad cough. Then his lungs were like really congested, and I asked him about it. And he said he's had that cough for like many years, just like his leg. So I asked him if I could pray for his lungs also, and he said yes, you can. And I told him as I'm praying for him to breathe in as deeply as he can and exhale as deeply as he can as I'm doing that. And while I was praying for him, I just felt the congestion just leave his lungs. Like it was like really rough at first. By the end, he could breathe totally normal. The unfortunate thing about this was that he didn't believe Jesus healed him still, and he had zero faith that God healed him, even though he could walk perfectly fine, he could breathe perfectly fine. But the cool thing about this, God led me to start preaching the gospel to the group of people again and show the testimony of what God did to that man. And I asked if anybody wanted to accept Jesus. And this one guy raised his hand. He said he wants to accept Jesus because what he saw, what God did to this man. And I got to lead him through the sinner's prayer. And that was the first time I was able to do that. And it was just so awesome just that all the people got to see that. There was about 60 people. And they were just see how awesome and powerful God is, and just like how that one man's testimony, even though he didn't believe that God did that, another man was able to be saved through that testimony of that man. Through this experience, I just want to keep going after do this more and more.